You can spend your whole life looking for the answer to a problem, to an obstacle, to a challenge, and you may not be able to find that answer your whole life simply because the answer doesn't fit your model of reality. Our model of reality determines entirely what is possible and what is not. And our model of reality is based on what we can see through these two tiny windows and these two tiny holes here. What we can hear, what we can see, determines our model of reality. And we base everything, including our possibilities, on our model of reality. Even when our own eyes start to show us things which are beyond what we are accustomed to, we have actually got labels to completely disqualify it as illusion or hallucination, even though it's our own eyes showing us something. We know that when our pupils dilate and they allow more light to come in, the way we start looking at reality changes completely. For some people, this can happen naturally. For some people, it can happen through using substances. But because it has been so associated to using substances and drugs, we have completely put all of that into the window of hallucination. But what if literally we are not allowing a wider, bigger reality simply because we do not want to accept that our own eyes can show us a completely different realm, a completely different dimension? Not only is our model of reality restricted by what we can see with our eyes, it's also restricted by everything we have been told about what we are seeing. And what if the answer to everything that you've been looking for lives literally right outside the model of your reality? That if you were to allow more information, a different version of reality, everything changes. As an example, pain in one model of reality is the worst thing possible, is a thing to be avoided, is a thing that you don't wish upon anyone, is a thing which is the worst experience. Pain, the most fundamental, the most basic experience of life, in one model of reality is the worst thing. And not the way we relate to it for ourselves, our loved ones, our children especially. We don't want them to experience pain in this model of reality. But there's another model of reality where pain is a portal. It's a portal to pleasure. It's a portal to purpose and fulfillment. It's a portal to peace and bliss. It's a portal to prosperity. It's a portal to growth and evolution. And when you're in that model of reality, you don't necessarily wish it or intentionally inflict it on someone in a sadistic way, but you do not resist it. You do not complain about it. You can actually appreciate it. You can be grateful for it when it comes naturally, when it's part of life, when it's part of the process. And you can see it as the thing that allows you to grow, that enables you to grow, that enables you to expand. Two models of reality, completely different on the same thing. And right from here, this is the most basic model: pain. Our relationship to pain changes everything about how we experience life, whether we are running from it or we are facing it and allowing it and integrating it and evolving with it. Because based on this, everything is either a portal or an obstacle. How you look at reality changes everything. We are so used to looking at reality from our eyes and our thoughts that we have been given through our ears that We have completely numbed out other parts of ourselves that are bringing a wider reality. We have more than five senses, and this may be new information for many people. People who are already on the spiritual path may have already experienced this and know about this, but we have many more than five senses. We have spiritual senses, we have senses in our energetic bodies. You may not believe this, you may be skeptical, you may be rational based on the model of reality that you've been given. Because rationality and logic is literally just the definition of your model of reality. You can be given a different model of reality and it will be completely logical. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Is that when we allow our spiritual senses to awaken and to bring information, what they do is that they evolve our logic. They don't destroy our logic. We don't become illogical. We have a higher logic. We evolve into higher dimensions of logic, where reality makes sense in a completely different way, in a more complete way. Because Einstein, I believe it was Einstein who said this, that you cannot find the answer to a problem at the same level at which it was created. And this applies very much to our inner world, our inner journey. Most of our problems are created at the level of ego. And we are looking for the answers at the level of ego. Is the ego trying to heal the ego? The ego trying to overcome the ego? The ego trying to destroy the ego? The ego trying to transcend the ego? And what if all our problems can be solved by going beyond the ego? Not transcending it and escaping it, holding it, letting the ego be, and adding to it, adding our soul to it, adding something beyond it, adding, not substituting, not replacing, not destroying, adding something to it, expanding our view of reality. This is exactly what you're going to be doing on the spiritual journey that's starting tomorrow. This is a preview. This is something for you to contemplate, especially for those who are going to be joining the live experience. If you haven't joined, it's free to join. You'll find the link in the description on YouTube or in any of my bios. It's called Encounters with the Divine, and it's for you to have your own personal direct encounter with whatever is beyond. The divine doesn't have a specific definition in my world. It's that which is the mystery, the mystical, the unknown. We don't have to put labels to it, but it's that which is beyond our current model of reality. It's the infinite, however you want to look at it. But it's that which holds answers to things which do not exist in our current model of reality. And we keep circling around, looping, 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 looping endlessly. Because the answer doesn't fit our model of reality. The answer is right there, it's waiting for you, it's even talking to you, it's telling you this is the answer, and you completely deny it, you reject it, simply because it doesn't fit your model of reality, simply because you're too attached to the way things are, and you want to keep them exactly that way. And because there's insecurity about what if I don't even understand what is reality anymore? What if I don't even understand how to function in this new expanded reality? Yeah, there is a learning process. Yeah, it takes some time. Yeah, it can be confusing, but that's where the answers are. Are you willing to sacrifice false certainty for the answers that you're looking for? Are you willing to sacrifice your attachments to the way things are for a much more expanded model of reality, which will be in for your own benefit, for your own fulfillment, for your own pleasure, for your own peace, for your own prosperity and abundance? Literally, all you have to do is step out of your model of reality and allow whatever is coming. It's not about believing someone else. It's literally what your own soul is bringing to you, what your own spiritual senses are bringing to you. Expanding your model simply by allowing yourself to perceive reality in its fullness, not just through the limits of your perception, is to open the doors of your perception and to allow and see, just see what is out there. And then if you don't like it, you can try and close the doors again and go back to your old model. Right? You can go back to denial and just ignore all of this. Call it illusion, call it hallucination. But what if you just experiment and see what happens? If I allow myself to expand, if I allow myself to look at reality in a completely different way, from a different dimension, from a different perspective, however you want to call it. We know that few hundreds or few hundreds of years ago, when it was, I believe, again, my memory is not great with all of these things, but I think it was Galileo who found that we are not the center of the universe and the sun doesn't revolve around us, but we revolve around the sun. And there's so much more, and life is not two dimensional. The earth is not two dimensional, it's not flat, it's round. Humanity's perspective of reality changed completely. You went from being flat earth to a spherical earth. But even a spherical earth is simply based on the equipment that we have, because you're seeing earth in three dimensions. But it's very important to understand this concept. When you look at earth from two dimensions, it is flat. It is flat. When you look at it from two dimensions, I'm not talking about knowing it's three dimensional. Just looking at it, when you're on the ground, it looks completely flat. When you go to a higher dimension, when you add a new dimension, when you add a third dimension, suddenly you can see the shape is spherical. What happens if you add a fourth dimension? Does the earth remain spherical? What happens if you add a fifth dimension? Our whole understanding is based on looking at reality from three dimensions only. The moment you allow yourself to have a deeper perspective on reality and you start seeing reality from four dimensions and five dimensions, which is what your spiritual senses enable you to do, what is possible changes completely. We believe that the shortest path between two points is a straight line, but we do not even consider that there can be portals that can allow us to jump that straight line completely, to take a quantum leap, a wormhole, because those exist in, like, science has discovered or theorized that these things exist, that we can not go in a straight line and still get there faster, simply because the dimensions of time and space collapse at a certain level. So you may be trying to find the answer to your problem by just facing it head on and bashing your head against the wall. But what if you can just jump across the wall by going to a higher dimension? All of this is theory. That's for your contemplation. As we go on this journey, starting tomorrow, we're going to be experiencing all of this. And I'm going to be guiding you. I'm going to be leading this. I'm going to be supporting you, helping you to expand as much as you wish, helping you to integrate whatever is coming through your own inner journey. I've been on this journey for 11 years and countless lifetimes. I've helped over 1,000 people in this life alone, and I've been really, I have been doing this for many lifetimes. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you believe in reincarnation or not, I mean, this has been my soul's purpose for countless lifetimes. So for me, this is my purpose here, is to help people to go beyond their bubble, to go beyond their model of reality, to expand and understand higher dimensions of reality, but only through your direct experience. You don't have to believe anything I'm saying. I'm not going to try and convince you of anything. You will have your own experience and see what comes out of that. So, if you feel any resonance with this, if you connect with this, come sign up. It's free to join, and I will see you in there. Thank you. Today is day 45 of my 64-day journey. If you like this, please give it a like. If you have any thoughts you would like to share, you can drop a comment. I would love to hear from you. If you would like to share this with someone, I would really appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow for day 46.